Hello everyone, it's really nice to see you here today. With me today I have Debi. Debi is a doula and she has kindly offered to come and have a chat with me today about Doulavation, which is a course for doulas and other birth workers. So Debi, before we have a chat, I just wonder whether you could just introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, my name is Debi and I'm a birth and postnatal doula. I am, my name is Tiny Steps Together. So I've got an Instagram account and everything, and Facebook. And I've been doulaing for about 1.5 years. And so far, touch wood, I've been really lucky. I've constantly been in work with postnatal work, which is fantastic. And I've got my first birth in April, which is really, really exciting. And I absolutely love what I do. I chose this vocation. I chose to train with Maddie originally. And the best thing I ever did, really. It's just wonderful. It's just cuddling babies, looking after parents. It's just wonderful. So I'm very, very happy.
It's the best job in the world, isn't it?
Really.
I never ever stop pinching myself, thinking how lucky I am to be able to do this work and to hang out with loads of people and watch their pride and joy as they take their first steps in the doula world as well. That just never stops being loads of fun, seeing how you're all so excited and full of beans about it all. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
So you did your doula course, started taking on your first clients and really sort of feeling your way into the doula community. And then you came across this kind of add-on course called Doulavation that I wrote a few years ago. So tell me, what was your perceptions of Doulavation before you signed up?
Well, because I hadn't actually started doulaing when I did the course. Okay. I finished the doula course and then was a bit like, oh God, now what do I do? So my perception was really, I just wanted, I felt like it was a community that would look after me, doula me really. It would be somewhere that I could fall back on. It would teach me everything I needed to know, or not teach me, but guide me gently. So so that's why I took it on, because I didn't really know where to start. I didn't know whether I did my website first, whether I got an accountant, or the whole thing was all just so new to me and a little bit overwhelming. So that's why I joined the Doulavation course.
So it was just things like, oh my goodness, how do I set up a business, and how am I going to get a website, and how should I market myself, and who should I market myself to, and where are these people who are going to be my clients?
My head was just spinning with it all, just thinking, I don't know which steps to take, and I don't know where to go now. I don't know. I didn't have an Instagram account, so I didn't know how, how you advertise, and obviously a lot of it's social media. So I just didn't know. I was in the dark with everything, and yeah, a little bit scared, to be fair. So it was fantastic for me.
Brilliant. So it felt to you at the time like you needed to just go a little bit deeper and have a bit more hand-holding from the stuff that you got on your doula preparation course.
Yeah, it was on the doula preparation course. I'd written loads of notes, and obviously we touched on all of that anyway, but I needed to delve into it more deeply, and I wanted something that I could just keep, because this is the great thing about Doulavation, the amount of times I've gone back to it. So I did it all, I wrote notes, and then I thought I don't really need to write notes because it's always here, and then I've gone back to it loads of times whenever I've been stuck on something. I couldn't get my head around how to become a sole trader, so I kept going back to that section. So it was just really, really good, and I could take it at my own pace, which was really nice as well.
Brilliant. Yeah, so it's useful for you then that once you've bought the course, that's it. You have lifetime access. There's no time limits or anything on
Yeah,
it.
definitely. That is such a bonus. It really is. Yeah. Sometimes your
Fantastic.
brain just won't carry on. You're working and you're going through it all. And sometimes you think, I'm wasting my time now, my brain's shut down. So you need to come out of it and then go back a bit later. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm the same. I'm the same. Sometimes I have to read things 4, 5, 6 times before they finally sink in, especially if it's something about, that is a topic that doesn't come naturally to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's maths. Yeah. Okay, that's really useful to know. So did I explain how it worked to you before you signed up, or did you just kind of take the plunge?
No, you'd already explained how it all worked, which was really good. So you'd explained everything. So I knew what you'd said it was from the beginning was what I got, but more. And like you've just said about your maths phobia, there's always things that people are scared of. And it was just so nice to hear when you were talking about, you're rubbish at that sort of thing. So you've got an accountant. And it was just so nice. You've got your strengths and your weaknesses. And that was what really resonated with me as well. Whenever I was just thinking, I don't understand. Then I would think, well, hold on a minute. Everyone's got their little good bits and their not so good bits. And that's just one of my not so good bits. So Maddie's is numbers. I love that side of it. But mine was social media. And that's the thing that I really needed help with and guidance. So yeah, it was perfect for me.
Fantastic. I think one of the things that I really enjoy is trying to distill things down to the simplest that they can be. I think as human beings, we have a propensity to over complicate things. And especially if we're feeling nervous about something, it can become a big thing in our minds and become very confusing and opaque and complicated. So I think when I was writing Doulavation, I was just trying to bring stuff down to its simplest level and to have, bullet points almost of, do this, do this, do this, and then hopefully that's enough. Because we don't, for example, your big fear was the social media. We don't need to be massive social media influencers or to have hundreds of thousands of followers or to be doing stuff on social media every single day to be really successful doulas. There are busy doulas who are never on social media, don't even have social media accounts. So it's how we choose to work out how it's going to work for us as an individual. And I think that's something that I wanted to really reiterate in Doulavation, is that this isn't off the shelf advice for birth workers. It's about hopefully supporting you to find out how it's going to work for you.
Yeah. And also there's you've got writing, or there might be a blog, and then you've got a video link, and then there'll be someone talking, or you can click on another little link, and so you're not just looking at a boring screen with loads of writing. There's lots of little things to click on and listen to, so your brain doesn't get overwhelmed with words, really.
Yeah. And I'm quite regularly adding to it as well. So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to make it lifetime access, because as I learn, I want to pass that on. So if there's something that comes up that I think, gosh, I don't talk about that in Doulavation, then I can go back in and make a new video or add a link or a new article, and hopefully it means there's always something fresh and helpful going in there from time to time. So obviously alongside the Doulavation course or online course, which that's very static content, we also have the Doulavation community on Facebook. So tell me a little bit about that and how being a member of that has been for you.
That's really nice as well. It is like having your hand held. You've got someone watching your back. Lovely Becky Scott is always doing little things on there, and she does little classes. We did one a few weeks ago actually, all to do with social media, and the different apps that you can have to help you with your social media, scheduling apps and everything. And that's really, really good. So I've been to all of those.
Brilliant.
They're brilliant, yeah. And there's always something, there's always someone going live talking about something, so that you can, because that's another thing with doulas, like you say, there's so much to learn. I'm always reading books, and I go to bed and sometimes I think I just like a little chick lit book, but you're not. I'm, you know, reading about reflux or about weaning. You know, there's always something that you're updating your knowledge with, because everything changes all the time. So you've always got things on there, and guest speakers coming in and talking about that to keep your brain ticking over and everything relevant and up to date. So that's really good.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? I think to have somewhere to go that is specifically about doula business. You know, there's lots of other places that you can go to sort of, you know, say something like, oh, you know, permission to share, my client stuck at 6 centimeters, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that there's somewhere where you're not going to bore the pants off somebody by saying, oh, I've got my knickers in a twist about tax, or something like that. So
there was a really good one actually a little while ago about bank accounts. You know, have you got a separate bank account? And it was so lovely, because everyone was putting their which banks they're with, and this is fantastic because you can open up lots of different accounts with that bank so that you can save separately for your tax. I'd never even thought of saving for my tax, because I'd always been in a job where it's all paid and sorted for me. So you know, things like that. So it is really nice. Any problems like that, or have you got an account? How do you do your tax? And everyone's got their different ways of how they sort out their spread. Have they got spreadsheets or haven't they got? And so that's really, really nice as well. Everyone just shares what they do.
Yeah, and it shows that, you know, there are more than 2 ways to skin a cat, isn't there? You know, we've all got our ways of doing things. It gets us to the end result that's the same, that, you know, we've got our records, or we're ticking all of those official boxes properly, but we've got there in our own unique way, and that's important too. And you know, that's the doula way of doing it, right? It's supporting each other and supporting our clients to find their own answers and to find what's going to work for them.
Yeah, because we're all individual, the same with doula clients.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that, you know, that it's so lovely to talk to somebody who's getting a lot out of the community. You know, it's kind of grown organically over the last couple of years. I had a bit of a sketched out idea of what I wanted to achieve with the community, but it's really grown organically, which, you know, is something else I think that, you know, we talk about in Doulavation quite a bit, that you can have a business plan, but there have to be plans, and you have to be able to evolve as you go along, and take new directions and jump on opportunities. So for me, the big thing that I hadn't planned was to work with Becky. It was just something that I was doing alone, but actually Becky is, you know, such a huge advocate of Doulavation. It's just been lovely to have her come on board as a partner, and she's doing brilliant business planning sessions, and the social media sessions.
And absolutely brilliant. And she's not boring. Some people can be a bit boring, their voice is sort of like, oh, and she's brilliant. She keeps it all fresh and lovely. Yeah, she's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, who knew that this stuff could be fun, eh?
Yeah.
But that, you know, that's the thing about doing stuff together with friends, makes everything a joyful part of your daily life. So yeah, thank you so much, Debbie, for talking to me. It's been really, really nice to hear how Doulavation has been an instrumental part of your development as a doula. You know, that's why I chose the name, made up the word Doulavation. You know, it's about elevating you from your doula prep course, and, you know, to get you flying and feeling confident as a doula. So makes me feel good that that's how it's worked for you.
Definitely, absolutely, definitely. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so welcome. Thank you for talking to me today. And yeah, hopefully we can do another one of these. Now I've got you over your out of your comfort zone, being recorded.
Yeah, definitely. Next time I'll do another one for you. Thank you for having me.
No worries, Debbie. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
then. Bye.